Darling, just dive right in. Follow my lead. I found a girl, beautiful and sweet. I never knew you were the someone waiting for me. 'Cause we were just kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was. I will not give you up this time. Darling, just kiss me slow. Your heart is all I own, and in your eyes you're holding mine. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. When you said you looked a mess, I whispered underneath my breath, hey, darling, you look perfect. Well, I found the one.
Oh, I see a bouquet. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Smile, you're on candid camera. Right here. So have a couple squat. You all right? You guys okay? No whiplash? Get over here. Let's do this thing.
Please stand, everyone.
Gorgeous.
Good afternoon. What a day.
Come on.
Yeah. We're here today to celebrate the relationship of Michael and Wendy and to be witnesses and supporters of the commitment they share with one another. Together we're a group of the most important people in their lives. And they brought us here to publicly recognize that we played some special part in the love that they share today. Michael and Wendy wanted me to thank everyone for being here but they'd also like to recognize and thank all of those alive or no longer with us who couldn't make it here today. They're missed, but certainly not forgotten on this day of celebration. Speaking of important people, there were none more important in influencing the lives of Michael and Wendy than their parents. With that being said, who gives Wendy in marriage to this man? Marriage gives permanence and structure to your love. It's a way to tell each other, no matter how much you snore,
Amen.
or how much you spend shopping on eBay, that you're still in this together. It's more permanent than Michael's striking resemblance to Richard Gere.
Yes!
It has more staying power than Wendy's cute Minnesota accent.
All right.
Marriage is telling the person you love that you're not going anywhere. And that's a powerful commitment for two people to make to one another. In marriage, the little things are the big things. You're never too old to hold hands. Remember to say I love you every day. Gotta change my page. Stand together. Stand together against the rest of the world.
Amen.
Maintain the capacity to forgive and forget. Give each other an atmosphere where each of you can grow. And one of my favorites from Paul Newman, who was married to Joanne Woodward in Hollywood, of all places, for 60 years. They said, what's the key to longevity in your marriage? And he said, it's not just about picking the right partner. It's about being the right partner. So for as long as you're together, make sure that you are always thinking about how you can be the best partner you can be. Now, the road that brought you two together hasn't been easy. It's been filled with challenges that you weren't necessarily prepared for, but together, you've taken those challenges and you've allowed it to strengthen, not weaken, your love for one another. At this point in time, the bride and groom have asked some important family members to come up and do some readings. So first, I believe it's the daughter of the bride.
Oh.
Kayla, I'll give you the microphone. Would you like me to hold it?
Sure. Okay, so my name is Kayla, and Wendy and Michael have chosen 3 Bible verses that they would like me to read today. The first one's from Corinthians 13 from the New Testament. If I speak in the tongues of men or of angels, but do not have love, I am only a resounding gong or a clanging cymbal. If I have the gift of prophecy and can fathom all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have a faith that can move mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing. If I give all I possess to the poor and give over my body to hardship, that I may boast, but do not have love, I gain nothing. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no records of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails.
Next, the daughter of the groom. Would you like me to hold it?
Hello everyone, I'm Brittany. I'm Michael's oldest daughter, and I'll be reading from Romans chapter 12, verse 9 through 16. Oh, I got that.
Nice to see you.
Love must be sincere. Hate what is evil, cling to what is good. Be devoted to one another in love. Honor one another above yourselves. Never be lacking in zeal, but keep your spiritual fervor, serving the Lord. Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. Share with the Lord's people who are in need. Practice hospitality. Bless those who persecute you. Bless, do not curse. Rejoice with those who rejoice. Mourn with those who mourn. Live in harmony with one another.
Finally, Wendy's mom.
I'm Wendy's mother, Diane, and I'm going to read one of their favorite scriptures from the Bible. This is out of book John, chapter 4, verses 6 through 19. And so we know and rely on the love God has for us. God is love. God is love. Whoever lives in love lives in God, and God in them. This is how love is made complete among us, so that we will have confidence on the day of judgment. In this world, we are like Jesus. There is no fear in love. But perfect love drives out fear, because fear has to do with punishment. The one who fears is not made perfect in love. We love because he first loved us. I love you guys.
Michael and Wendy, the vows you're about to make are a way to share your love and commitment to each other in your own words. Sometimes poems, verses, and quotes just don't get the job done. So you get ladies first.
Try to get through this without trying too hard. I wrote some vows, some feelings that I'd like to share with you all. Every little girl dreams of their future husband will be like, look like, and how they will love them. I remember when I was a little girl, I would play house with my girlfriends, and I always bragged that my pretend husband was the best in the world, and he looked just like Ken. To those memories, and I think, wow, not only am I marrying the best husband, he even looks just like Richard Gere.
Come on, come
How
on.
lucky am I?
Icing on the cake, baby.
I feel like everything has happened throughout my life has led me to you. Some bad decisions, some heartaches, some regrets. When I met you, I was at the lowest in my life. I was in a dark place. I was going through a very, very difficult time. I remember several occasions of being on my knees begging, praying to God, begging him for a miracle. I really didn't even know what kind of miracle I was begging for, even what I was asking for. Then I met you. And I realized very quickly, you were my miracle. Every bad decision and all those heartaches were worth it because you have taught me so many things. Most importantly, you've taught me how to love. From writing me sweet poems every week for months when we first met.
Oh.
Sending me sweet messages throughout my day just to let me know you're thinking. Giving me a goodbye kiss every morning before I leave for work. Sitting on the couch for hours just talking. And there's never a day that goes by without saying I love you. Many of these thoughtful things disappear with time in a relationship, but they never have with you, not since I've known you. You make me feel like nobody has ever made me feel before. You've also taught me how important God is in a relationship. That he is the glue that holds us together, and I am forever grateful to you for that, baby. Now, I know there will be some disagreements in our future, like you making a mess or forgetting to pick up your clothes off the floor, and sometimes taking forever to make decisions.
Yeah.
Then there's me being impatient, and of course, my impulsiveness, and sometimes dealing with my stubbornness. Your strengths are definitely my weakness, and my strengths are definitely your weakness. But I guess you can say we balance each other out quite well. Today I stand here in front of my family and our amazing friends, feeling so blessed, so full of love, and complete in every way. You are my best friend, my love, my miracle. I love you, baby.
That's a tough act to follow.
Right.
That's a tough act to follow. I don't have anything written down.
Just say ditto.
But my battles are easy. Because I tell you every day. I tell you how much I love you every day. I have from the beginning. Never doubted. We used to grab each other and say nothing will ever happen to us. Remember that? So I met her like a couple of years ago almost. And I was going, she's really cute, you know? And I was thinking, be patient, don't do anything stupid.
Too late.
Just get all over her. I was ready to pounce. But I was going, no, this girl's special when I saw her. And then I asked her to take a walk with me, and she said yes. Which like really surprised me. And we walked down to my boat and we talked for like 45 minutes, just you and I. And I knew right then it was you. So I was thinking to myself, I'm gonna have to really step up my game here and become a really better person to get someone as beautiful as you, inside and out. And that's why...
Sir, you have a new text message.
Totally focused. Because you were wanted. Wendy, you don't have any faults. You're Wendy. And that's why I love you so much. I could go on and on and on. Tell you guys more stuff and tell you more stuff, Wendy, but I tell you every day. I write it sometimes. You know how I feel, and you're it. Forever and ever. Nothing's ever going to happen to us. I promise you. Is that good?
Yeah. That'll do.
Well done. Now it's time for you to exchange rings.
Uh-huh.
Michael are going to exchange rings as a symbol of their commitment. Rings are derived from a humble piece of metal that's imperfect, and it's formed into something that's striking and beautiful. They're customarily worn on the ring finger. It's amazing what you can find in Google. The reason they're worn on the ring finger is because that's the only finger that has a direct vein to your heart.
Oh.
Wearing these rings is a visible, outward sign that they have committed themselves to one another. Michael, please take Wendy's hand and repeat these words. I give this ring as a symbol of my love. For today and tomorrow and all days to come. Wear it as a sign of what we have promised this day. And know that my love is present, even when I'm not. You need a ring, don't you? You have it. I'm hoping I have it too. Which is, baby? Stick it on. Yes. Wendy, your turn. Please take Michael's hand and repeat these words. I give this ring as a symbol of my love. For today and tomorrow and all days to come.
Today, tomorrow, and for all days to come.
Wear it as a sign of what we have promised this day.
Wear it for a sign of the promise on this day.
And know that my love is present,
And know that my love is present,
even when I'm not.
even when I'm not.
You need a ring also. I can do that. Michael and Wendy have also chosen a unity candle ceremony. Does anyone have a look?
Did they get it?
Each of you grab the candle.
Did she get it? Okay. Okay. Sorry.
The two lighted candles symbolize your separate lives, your separate families, and your separate sets of friends. I ask that you each take one candle and together light the center candle. Lighting the center candle represents that your two lives are now joined to one light and represents the joining of your two families and sets of friends to one. Go ahead and set them back. All right. This is it. Time to make the magic happen. Wendy and Michael, you've professed your love by exchanging vows, and there are just two words left for each of you to say that are standing between all these fantastic people and drinks.
Amen.
Wendy, do you take Michael to be your husband, to live together in the covenant of marriage? You promise to love him, comfort him, honor and keep him in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, be faithful to him as long as you both so shall live?
I do.
Michael, do you take Wendy to be your wife, to live together in the covenant of marriage? Do you promise to love him, her, comfort her,
Wow.
honor and keep her in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, be faithful to her as long as you both shall live? I do. By the power vested in me, by the state of Georgia, I now pronounce you husband and wife.
Yes, sir.
If you promise to keep it classy, you may kiss your bride.
All right. Good luck with that. Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure and honor to introduce you to you for the very first time, Mr. and Mrs. Michael Colson.
All right.
Feeling so low, it made the start quickly. Yes, I did. To just go down and check out the show.
When we planned this, we had like a really short list, and it grew a little bit more. And we were thinking
Ain't a party till something gets broken.
we were thinking what were we going to do if it rained? We'd have to be inside. So we really just kind of had to cut the list down to the people that we talk to, the people that we do things with, the people in our phones and things like that.
when we know so many people and so many of our friends aren't here. And it was primarily because we didn't really have the room and the space and things like that. So all of you that were invited were just really, really important to both of us and very special. And we wanted each and one of you to be here. It just wasn't randomly chose, you know, we just didn't go down and do that. It was all thought out. And, you know, we just picked out the special people in our lives, you know, that we do stuff with. You know, and want to say a special thank you to Wendy's parents and her brother and his beautiful wife for making this trip. They took a late flight and got here really early in the morning, and you know, it's been a long day for them. And you know, but they did that to be here with us, which is like totally awesome, you know. So I know a lot of you drove a long way to get here, you know. My daughter drove from Athens, and my brother, he drove from Fayetteville, and my sister in Tyrone. And
Ackworth ain't across the street, baby.
All
right. Hey!
You're in Travis, it's a beautiful Saturday, you know, and probably a lot of you had other things that you could do. Nope.
Are you kidding me? No way. Don't you dare.
So we just really wanted to thank you, you know, for coming.
We
and,
thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
We thank you to be with you.
Friends that are not here, you know, we love and care about them too. So I just wanted to say that before we cut the cake. Okay?
Bravo!
So sweet, Michael.
Let's do this thing.
Yeah, I think you guys should be upset.
There we go. Bullshit. I absolutely beg to differ.
I'm sorry, guys.
I know. It is Zoom. I'll cut them off. Oh my God! Look, Michael, right here. 1, 2. Go ahead now. Oh, I'm getting her back. Wendy, step over, babe. There you go.
Now comes the feeding. Here we go.
Look over my bro.